Yes, go live, please.
No. Okay.
There. Good morning and welcome to Vendasta Training Tuesdays. Today's session is session 1. Set up your AI chat receptionist, turn conversations into conversions. My name is Nathan Jaworski. I'm an onboarding specialist here at Vendasta, and I'm going to be taking you through how to set up your chat receptionist. First and foremost, though, we got a few housekeeping items to go through. If I can get my computer. First off, questions, is this being recorded? Yes, we are certainly recording this, and everyone who has registered will be shared a replay link in a follow-up email after the fact. So don't worry about taking notes unless you're a note-taking person, in which case take as many notes as you like. If you have questions throughout, we will be having a live Q&A following the presentation, and I'll ask that you please use the Q&A function in the top right corner of our screen or of your screens to ask your questions, and then our team will either answer them in the thread there or we'll answer them at the end. And then, of course, replays. You can access any past webinar recordings on the Vendasta content library. So if there was something last week that you really wanted to see that you missed, don't worry about it. We've got you covered there as well. So today's agenda, we're going to start off with a quick welcome, which I feel like I've already started a little bit. Then we're going to dive into the presentation on the AI Chat Receptionist, how you can set it up for your agency and get it working for you. And then we'll follow up with that audience Q&A. So the speakers for this series, of course, I've introduced myself. I'm an onboarding specialist, Nathan Jaworski. I've been with Vendasta for 3 years and loving every minute of it. We have as well here Haley Babich, our onboarding team lead, and my colleague Ali Moore. They will be monitoring the questions today, and they'll be doing future sessions. We'll kind of trade off. So you'll get to know each of us as the weeks go on. So thank you both for being here, and any questions you have, make sure, again, stick them in that Q&A section, folks. Oh, and we are now hopping right into our presentation. So what is the AI Chat Receptionist? For those of you who don't know, this is a tool that instantly engages your website visitors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It answers questions, it captures leads, it books appointments, and it does all this without overwhelming forms, missed opportunities, and it delivers that natural, empathetic conversation that helps boost trust with your website visitors, reduces drop-off, and ideally drives more conversions for you. So it's a scalable, always-on assistant that really ensures that agencies like you never miss a lead and can free up your staff to focus on those more high-value tasks. When you are going to set up your AI receptionist, we always, as always, we start in Partner Center, your command center for your agency. To set up this, we're going to go down the side here, and feel free to follow along at home if you have a couple of screens. We're going to click on AI, and we're going to dive into the AI workforce screen. Now, I am working out of one of our test environments here, so you're not going to see all of these guys. This is where I say pay no attention to the custom assistants behind the curtain. We have that functionality being currently worked on, but it's not released to the general public just yet. What you are going to see are 3 cards up at the top. First will be, of course, our AI chat receptionist. Then you'll have access to a voice receptionist if you're on a professional tier or higher. And then you'll see this coming soon for the AI sales assistant as well. This is a great tool we're really excited about, and I'm sure once we've released that, we will have a nice webinar all about that as well. But for today, we're going to focus on our AI chat receptionist. As we mentioned, this tool is going to engage with customers on your website, answering their questions, having that conversation, and trying to gather some lead information. If it's successful in gathering lead information, it is going to automatically add that name, that email, that phone number to our CRM section as a contact so that you and your sales team can follow up with them later. Any conversations that the AI does have will be recorded in the conversations section of Partner Center. It'll appear on this list here. Obviously, this one in a test environment doesn't have anything here, but that's all right. And if oh, here's a whole bunch of test ones, I guess. And if you have a conversation or your chatbot has a conversation with somebody who's a little bit cagey about leaving their information, it'll still record that conversation under the anonymous web visitors section. That's a little more detail into conversations than we need today. So let's hop back into our AI workforce. From our AI workforce, we're going to click Configure on our AI Chat Receptionist, who one of our team has named Buddy. You can give your chat receptionist a name. You can give it a different picture if you don't love this one that we've got in here as well. Let's take you through the different aspects of customizing your chat receptionist. First and foremost is the purpose. What is your AI's role? Why does it, how does it do what it does? So you can see we have built out a purpose for your AI already. You are a representative of a business speaking with potential customers. Introduce yourself at the start and the business on your first message. Speak in a friendly, simple, informal, and helpful tone. Now, you can feel free with your AI receptionist to change this however you'd like. If you want it to have a more professional tone rather than an informal tone, you can specify that there. One of the great features of our AI Chat Receptionist is it can converse in over 40 languages, including French, Spanish, English, Mandarin, Polish, Ukrainian, Turkish, etc., etc., etc. So what we've built out here is use the predominant language of the conversation or the primary language of the company where the business is located. And then under that, we have a sub instruction. For example, in Hola, can you tell me which services do you offer? You should respond in English as the predominant language of that question is in English. However, someone reached out completely in Spanish. The chatbot would know to continuously continue that conversation in Spanish. So feel free to add those in there. You can see how we've set it up. If you give it a new instruction, just pop 2 hashtags on the front of the line there. And if there's a sub instruction underneath, then that indicates 3 hashtags to indicate that it's connected to the one right in front of it. Under the generative AI section, you can customize a little bit which model you want to use. We recommend using GPT 4.1. That's what we've optimized the chat receptionist around, but there's another couple GPT models if you have a preference other than 4.1. If we scroll down here, you can see the capabilities. Now, these chatbots are not just lead capture tools, although that is their primary capability. As you can see, capture leads is the first and foremost. However, they're also set up so that they can provide snapshot report insights. So not only do they live on your website, but they live in a snapshot report that you send to a client to answer questions about how they did on that report and what the scores mean. You can also add a capability to have it book a meeting using the My Meetings section of the CRM. You set up your meeting link and you can connect that to the AI so it will book meetings for you. There are a whole lot of other ways that you can use the chat receptionist through capabilities. I'm not going to go into exactly how to do set all of these up because it will take some custom setup on your part, but you can have the AI chat receptionist look up order statuses, generate custom quotes or estimates, locate the nearest store or business hours of the location they're looking for, search an internal knowledge base or frequently asked question, create a ticket in your job tracking or support system. So essentially, whatever you would like this chatbot to be able to do, you should be able to build a custom capability by just selecting add a capability and clicking new capability. You build it out here with a prompt right there, and you can add tools to it as well. Most importantly is, what does your chatbot know? If it doesn't know anything, it's not much use. So you can add knowledge in one of 3 different ways, and there's no limit to the types of knowledge, the different amounts of knowledge you can have in here. First and foremost, I always recommend that you have it scrape your website. Easy as popping your URL in here, giving it a name so that you can tell at a glance what this knowledge source is referring to, and then selecting the mode you want it to scan the website with, whether it's a single page, so that would just be the home page. So let's say we want our chatbot to look at, what's a good website? Here we go. I don't know, what's a good website? I got nothing.
Just
Let me
use the
see here.
Vendasta website.
Oh yeah, there we go. Easy. Thank you. .com. And then this would be the Vendasta website. And then I'd switch my mode from single page because I don't want it to just do the home page here. I'd switch that to follow links. You can also have it find the sitemap if you have a lot of hidden landing pages on your website from ad campaigns or whatnot. If you'd like it to know those hidden landing pages, select sitemap. But for most folks, follow links is what you're going to want to click. If you have a path you don't want it to follow, let's say you have a 10-year-old blog section that you don't want it to read every blog you've ever written, you can exclude the blog section. And the last thing you'll want to do is check this enable automatic refresh. This will ensure that the chatbot on a regular basis will check back at the website to make sure it's not missing any new information. Then we click next, and the chat receptionist starts to find the pages. Now it's going to do that in the background here. I'm just going to click close for now and then save so it knows that we've made a change there. The other ways you can add knowledge, let's say your website isn't as robust as you'd like, you're just starting out, but you have a lot more information you want to feed it. You can add information by plain text. So this is great for frequently asked questions or your company's vision or mission statement, maybe a little bit about your experience you could put in here as text. And a newer addition here, you can actually upload files. And the files you can upload include PDFs, Word docs, HTML, images, text, CSV files, Excel files, PowerPoint, JSON files, et cetera, et cetera. So if you have sales decks that you want to make sure the chat receptionist is aware of, or maybe an Excel spreadsheet of your different packages or offerings, you can add that as knowledge as well. And easy as just giving it a name, uploading it, and clicking save. Now, when it comes time to actually install your web chat, there's a couple more steps we want to go. And the first is going to be scrolling up to our channels section. You can see we've got a few different channels, and the one we're going to want to edit is the one that will say respond to, and in this case it says Sumi, that's one of our developers, but it would say respond to and then your company name. And you'd want to click either Setup, Respond to, or Settings if it says Settings. And that's going to take us to our web chat configuration where we can actually change what the widget itself looks like. So first and foremost, let's scroll down to the bottom. We can see that there is a lovely little preview of how it's going to appear on your website. So let's say I wanted to change this top bar to something a little more professional. I can change that by saying, hi there, how can I help you today? And now we can see that that's changed in our preview. If we want our AI to make the first move, we check this initial AI message, and we can either type our own message or leave the default one. And then every new visitor will get this little message from Buddy, or whatever you name your chatbot, starting the conversation. Some businesses prefer to have it a little less intrusive and just kind of just sit there when it's needed. Some of our partners really enjoy having that AI make that first reach out. And so you just decide what is right for you in your business. Of course, you can brand our chatbot as well. You can't see it because of the way I'm sharing. I'm sharing a tab, but if you click this colorful box, it'll give me a color wheel and a eyedropper tool. So I can click, and let's say instead of this, I would like the blue of this button here, and I'd like that to be the color of my top bar. Then I can do that. And the accent color can change the color of the button. So let's say I want the green back for the button. Now we can see that it's changed that as well. So that's a really great way that you can customize it to your brand colors, just make it look a lot more integrated with your website. You can change if the text color is dark or light on the button or on the top bar. And then you can change the position. If you don't want it in the bottom right, you'd rather have it in the bottom left, you can do that as well. This little button here will allow you to toggle on whether the message pops up on mobile screens. A lot of our partners prefer not to have it pop up on the mobile screen because that covers essentially the whole screen for the individual. But if you do want it to pop up when it's the first thing they come on a mobile device, you check that box there. Once you've got the widget looking the way you want, this screen will look one of two ways. This one's already been set up, so it's showing up at the bottom. If you don't see the installation code at the bottom, there will be a button here that says Next. You just click that Next button. It'll take you to the installation page. For most websites, we have this JavaScript that you can copy and paste in the head element of your website. If you have a WordPress website, we built a plugin that makes that installation even easier. You download the plugin and then install the plugin on your WordPress dashboard. If you have a GoDaddy website, or not a domain from GoDaddy, but a website actually built on GoDaddy's website builder, we have a special code for that as well. And there are some partners who, rather than fiddling with the head element, they just want to add it by the Google Tag Manager. You can do that as well. Just add it to your installed Google Tag Manager and put this code in there. So 4 pretty easy, straightforward ways of installing it. Now, I know not all of us are web developers or coders. If you get stuck on this portion, don't give up. We have a wonderful 24/7 support team who can support you in getting this installed and deployed on your website. To reach them, as always, click up on our help menu up at the top here. For some of our subscriber base, you will have access to a 24/7 phone line that you can reach our team with. But for most folks, or for all folks, you can reach out by clicking My Ticket and submitting a ticket to the team, just saying, "Hey, it's me from Joe's Digital Marketing. I would like some help getting my web chat installed," and our team will be more than happy to guide you through that process. Last but not least, there is a functionality in your Partner Center chatbot where you can have SMS response. And to set that up, yes, discard changes. Thank you. Don't really like the colors I chose anyway. To set that up, you're going to want to, under Voice Receptionist, it'll either say try it or claim a phone number. If it says claim a phone number, you'll have to claim your phone number. It will randomly assign you a phone number in your local area that will be used for the purposes of SMS. Then we click configure. And this is also how you can configure your voice receptionist. We're not going to go too deeply into the voice receptionist today, but similarly to the chat receptionist, with that phone number that's assigned, you'll be able to, your clients will be able to talk to the AI. You train it out the same way with knowledge from your website or whatever. You can set capabilities. And under our answer phone calls, under settings, we want to click here. You can see this is the number this one was assigned. It's a Saskatchewan number because it was built in Saskatchewan. So it'd be a local number to wherever you are. This is only available in North America, I should say, Canada and the United States. For other international agencies, unfortunately, you won't have access to that SMS text back functionality. And you can set so that when you receive an SMS at this number, after the chat follows up with this SMS, you can have it reply with an AI, and then Buddy, the AI chat receptionist, will take over that conversation. And just like all other conversations, that shows up in our conversations menu. Now, there's another spot that I think now lives under conversations settings. So if we go to conversations and we go to conversation settings by clicking more, underneath phone and SMS for our American partners, you will also see a spot where you have to register for A2P. In Canada, we don't have that requirement, so you won't see it here, but there will just be a button that says register for A2P. It'll take you to a screen with a whole bunch of fields where you fill in information about your business, your official business name, your EIN number, et cetera, et cetera. You submit that, and then within 7 to 10 days, usually that registration gets completed. That is just about all I have to talk about today, and I'd like to leave these last minutes to address any questions that may be outstanding, or if we have any questions that have come up since. And Haley or Allie, did we have any unanswered questions in the Q&A?
Yeah, I tossed one up there real quick. I wasn't sure if you would know it off the top of your head.
I looked it up this morning. Let me just
Perfect.
pull it up.
Lovely. Eric asked about Norwegian specifically as a language there.
It is not listed, but let me just ask. We also have access to, in a partner center, while we're here, I'll show you this. If you ever have a question about the platform, you can ask our Vendasta AI assistant by clicking our little purple star up at the top. Let's ask the AI. Can our AI chat receptionist respond in Norwegian? Because it's not on the ones listed that it gave me overall, but let me see if it can give me a specific response. It's thinking really hard here. Supports multiple languages in the Norwegian is not specifically mentioned, so that is something that I will have to look into and check back. I believe our snapshot report does speak in Norwegian, so I would imagine our chatbot also has that capability, but I don't know that off the top of my head. It's a great question, and I'll make sure that I find that out for you.
All right, so I have another one that I'll just toss up on the screen here real quick. This is an easy one. Will we be sending out a video of this tutorial to partners?
We sure will. As I mentioned at the beginning, anyone who's registered for this event will be able to see that. For those who didn't manage to register, don't worry. I believe we will be sharing these as well on our YouTube channel. So you'll have access to this after the fact for that walkthrough.
Perfect. All right. Allie answered this one partially, but I'll toss it up there for everyone as well. Can you also change the re-respond instantly text?
Great question, Eric. Unfortunately, that part is not currently editable. And we find, honestly, we respond immediately because it's referring to the AI and it's not promising that you, a human being, will respond. It gives people confidence. I know when I go to an AI chatbot on a website and it says, we typically take a few minutes to respond, it makes me just not want to engage with it. It's like, well, if I'm going to have to sit here and wait for an answer, I don't really want to ask it a question. Whereas if I'm assured that they're going to respond immediately, I'm a lot more likely to put myself out there, ask the question so I can get that quick answer. Great question, though. Is it possible to set up SMS with third party like ClickSend? Now this, I don't know the answer to. I don't believe so, but Haley or Allie, can one of you clarify?
Yeah, you can't directly integrate something like that, so it wouldn't work directly with the AI. It might be possible using our automations to have some type of functionality like that, but that's definitely something that we would have to dig deeper into. I would suggest maybe checking out if that's something that would be possible with webhooks or with Zapier, because that is how you can kind of create additional workflows like that. But yeah, definitely not something that I've heard of directly, and not a direct integration you could do.
Thank you, Eric, for the great questions. Damien says, if a customer chooses the top tier of Conversations AI, do they still have to pay for setting up the AI on the website? I tried looking for it and couldn't find it. So if they are not wanting to do the setup on the website themselves, any partner, regardless of what tier it is, can also purchase the product called AI Receptionist Setup. That is a product that is managed by our internal Vendasta services team. We work under your branding, of course. We don't break white label, but our team, as an extension of your team, would then install that on their website for them. It would just involve getting our team that back-end access, and in the order form for AI Receptionist setup, there are fields for that access to be provided. Great question. So yes, the answer is they do still have to pay for the setup if they don't want to do it themselves, even if they're on the premium of Conversations AI. And a great little segue, I did forget to mention this, and I'm sure most of you know this, but just in case you don't, that AI functionality that you have is available to your customers. You just have to sell them Conversations AI, and you can sell them either the standard, the pro, or the premium versions. Conversations AI Standard gives you the chat receptionist as well as WhatsApp messaging functionality. Conversations AI Pro gives you all of that and the SMS response functionality. That's only available, like I said, in Canada and the US. And then, of course, Conversations AI Premium adds on the voice receptionist onto all of that as well. If you have questions about that product specifically, just go to Partner Center, go to Marketplace, Discover Products, and look up Conversations AI. And we've got a great page on there to give you all the information that you need when making a decision if this is something you want to sell your clients, which we definitely recommend that you do. More about the capabilities of the AI with Snapshot. Great question. So with that capability built in, what will happen is when you run a snapshot report, it will show up in the report itself. So just like it shows up on your website with that little box and it says, "Hi, how can I help you today?" We respond immediately. That same box will also appear in your snapshot reports in the bottom right corner, or however you customized it, if you want it in the left corner. And the customer in the link of their report will be able to ask that AI direct questions about the snapshot report scores and how it's grading this, and what what does it mean when Google Google is inconclusive, like if they have an inconclusive Google presence, what does that mean? So it's a really great way for that first touch when they're first seeing their report. Of course, you as the salesperson are going to have a lot more value in the follow-up conversation to be able to provide a bit more context about your experience with SEO and listings and reputation. But the AI living in that snapshot report is a really great wingman for you. And just like the just like the AI Chat Receptionist, you can configure what that widget looks like if you want it to look a little different by just going into AI Workforce, configure, and then instead of respond to SUMI settings, we go to Snapshot Report AI widget settings, and here we can say, we can change what the welcome greeting on that specific widget is if we want it to be different. So if we want it to specifically ask questions about the report, or we want to have different colors built in for the snapshot report itself. Great question, though.
I've got another question here.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm not able to get it to pop into the overlay. It won't give me the option.
Okay.
But they are wondering, it says, when onboarding clients, do you walk them through or do we have to do it?
So when onboarding clients, our onboarding team, we're only partner facing because our emails have Vendasta all over them. So unfortunately, we don't walk your clients through it. That will be on you. However, if you don't feel comfortable in doing that, even after setting up your own AI chat receptionist. And I should say the Conversations AI setup is identical to what you will do when you're setting up yours. So that may give you the confidence that you need to explain that on how to do that to your clients. However, if you're not comfortable, you do have that option of adding on AI Receptionist Setup as an add-on to Conversations AI, and our marketing services team or our Vendasta services team under your branding will work with the client to get that deployed on their website. So if you're really, not super sure about how to do it, or you'd rather someone else do it, our team can do that. You just have to add that other product on, and that again is called AI Receptionist Setup.
Awesome.
Excellent
One
question.
last question. Yeah, we've got one more here. It says, what is the difference with AI Receptionist chat and web chat?
The difference between AI Receptionist and web chat, can we clarify just in the chat here, whoever asked that question, is that more referring to like a different product within Vendasta or web chats in general? I want to clarify that. Just watch
I
the
took
chat
it as
here.
web chat in general here, but
Essentially, the main difference is it's built in with your Vendasta subscription. It's no extra cost. So there are other AI tools out there, of course, but this is fully integrated with your CRM. It's fully integrated with your snapshot report, and it's one spot to be able to do it. Okay, so Vendasta web chat. And was that the one, I guess, was that we were thinking of up here where I was asking it a question, the AI assistant? Is that correct, Eric? Okay, well, if it was this one you were speaking of, this one specifically is just to help you, the partner, out navigating the platform, and it's trained on all of the resource documents within our help center. So this is just for you. It's a tool that you have access to. Your clients, you can't resell this functionality, but you can resell the lead generation AI Chat Receptionist. All right, we are at the end of our time. We are actually a little over. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. It was a real pleasure seeing you. Do tune in for our next Training Tuesday. I believe it's in 2 weeks. We're going to be talking about setting up your platform as you get started, platform branding, and all that fun stuff. So we really look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much. And if you have more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your contacts at Vendasta. We are all happy to help you succeed and grow in partnership with us. Take care and have a great Tuesday.